All right, guys. Here we are again. Welcome to DFW Blueprint. First and foremost, thanks for those that are listening, sharing, subscribing, all the goodness involved. Like I've been consistent. I want to have good conversations about different parts of real estate, about different parts of the business. We're gonna go off on tangents. Yes. We're gonna talk about other things personally. Yeah, of course we are. But I also wanted to touch on something that kind of hits home, and it's kind of it's an irk. Answer your phone, agents. Answer your phone. Everybody's busy. That's just in life. We're not special. Lawyers are busy. Doctors are busy. Right? Everybody's busy. Or text, or email. Right? Everybody has the automatic text that says, "Hey, I'll call you right back." Call them person back. That includes your clients. So today, what I really want to talk about is what's the difference between a busy agent and a good one. All right? It's a good conversation to have. It's probably going to hurt some feelings, and that's okay. You're allowed to have feelings, and you're allowed to be hurt, and you're allowed to be offended. It's totally fine. We'll get through it together. Some agents are busy, and some are effective. Some are busy and effective. There's a lot of folks out there that just don't know how to organize themselves as a business, because that's what this is. I'm running a real estate business, just like any other entrepreneur, any other mechanic that owns a shop. You need to run a business. You need to know where your money's going, money coming in, money going out, marketing money. What are you doing to strategize, navigate the market? Are you training? Are you doing the continuing education? Are you having conversations about real estate every single day? And are you finding business? Are you doing deals? Are you going after it? You're not doing anything, at the very minimum, have as many real estate conversations as you can with as many different people as you can. Now, that's going to create you being busy, but you need to be organized in your structure. For me, now, not to say that I don't answer my phone as often as I can if I have a client calling. Every agent knows what this means. Hey, I got to go. And you probably have a client calling. So if you ever talk to an agent and they say, hey, I got to go, I'll call you back. It's probably why they've got a client calling or got another agent calling. But there's a huge difference. And here it is. The difference is when things get difficult, differences show up when things get difficult. You're unorganized, super chaotic. You're going to be super chaotic with your client, with your business. And that's what I want to frame this as, is you're running a business called real estate. That's okay. Just like attorneys, they run business. They have a calendar. For me, my goal, fill it up. I want 0 white space on my calendar. Is there? Yeah. Realistic to say I'm going to have 0 white space? No. Is it realistic to say that I'm perfect? Because no, I'm not. Well, you want to strive that. Strive to be as best person as you can, grow, have that growth mindset. But, for example, busy agents. See them always posting, always showing closings. However, they're hard to reach. They're reactive. They're transaction focused, right? They're not building, build. If I'm not on an appointment, I'm trying to get to an appointment. And through that mindset is phone calls, interactions, having conversations with folks. Now, kudos to Lily Moore, she's our broker, Lily Moore Realty. Having a conversation with her today. And she used to be like that. But she's not like that anymore because that's what I'm here for. I take care of that stuff. You can't be on every single deal every single time. She's built a business, as you should, to produce probably over 100 deals a day, or 100 deals a year, not a day. But I know for a fact in her career, she's almost at 1,000. And just like her or any other broker that's out there, you should be focused on the business, focused on the clients, focused on helping and running it as such. That's not saying you have to answer every email or respond every single time. My kids joke that I have an addiction to my phone. They think I'm scrolling socials when I'm really taking care of emails. Maybe I'm on socials. It's fine. I'm a little white lie. But as an agent, as a good agent, you communicate. You control the communication. You control the messaging. Set expectations early, right? I let my clients know, hey, morning is probably a time that I'm probably either one of two things. Helping my kids, we've got our own morning routine, pick up, drop off, etc. If I have time, I'll go to the gym. Maybe I go to the gym in the middle of the day. But the biggest expectation that I lay is anytime after 6 or 7 o'clock, probably won't get an immediate response from me. And that's how it should be. And it's okay. It's understandable. You have some agents who feel like they have to answer every single time, no matter what. And that's not necessarily true. There's nothing wrong with that. But for your own mental sake, you're putting boundaries. And it's like kids can joke and talk mess and bully dad, but when it gets to a certain point, a certain line, that's where the boundary is crossed. Same thing with clients. Will I call you back? Absolutely. I'm gonna call everybody back before the end of the day. Will I call you back in 5 minutes? Maybe. It depends. Might be on a call. Might be in a meeting. I might be up with servicing other clients, but you're still being responsive. Nothing wrong with texting. Hey, I'm so sorry. Let me just text real quick. All right, cool. Now you have my attention. And there's different opinions about that. Totally fine. But you also manage your emotions because you're going to get overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed today. I had 1,000 different things going on. Blessed to have as many transactions as I have this month. But guess what? I had 2 buyers, 2 sellers transactions this month. That means I'm dealing with title companies, inspectors, different agents, different clients, and all the stuff. Different title companies, different lenders. So you have to be organized because when the business does come at you like an avalanche, you have to be ready and be prepared. If you're a client out there and you're thinking about an agent, who do I want? What kind of lawyer do I want? What kind of agent do I want? How's our organization skills? How's our communication with you? Is it clear? Does it sound like it's chaotic on the phone? Do they not know what they're talking about? But also, you want to manage expectations, manage emotions, especially with those clients when you're having conversations. But a good agent also protects leverage in negotiations, right? There's everyone's own tactics and how they operate their negotiation skills and their communication skills. You can call it negotiation. I call it communicating. It's you and me as an agent, buyer agent, seller agent. It's not this. It's not us against each other. It's us trying to get to the finish line together. You have a client that wants to sell. I have a client that wants to buy. How do we get to the finish line? I like to say, how do we fill the gap? How do we close the gap, get to the finish line, and move on? And we do it together, right? A busy agent could be somebody that's chaotic, could be somebody that doesn't clearly communicate, could be somebody that's putting on a facade that they are busy. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're bad either. Not all busy people are bad. But think about it in this sense and frame it in such. If your agent feels chaotic, your transaction is going to feel chaotic too. Say that again. Like if an agent feels chaotic, your transaction will too. Personal note, if you are in a relationship and it's just chaotic all over the place, all over, people are just crazy, it's a circus, it might feel like a chaotic situation that you have to step in and correct, right? But if it's calm, cool, collected, I like to use the term act like a duck. Act like a duck where you swim, everything looks smooth up top, but you got your feet doing this. Nobody sees the feet. Nobody sees the feet until the duck comes out of the water. Anyway, if you're an agent listening, are you reacting or are you leading? Leading means I already know where we're going. This bus, this train, we're getting to the finish line somehow, some way, and I don't care what we have because I've already got the GPS. I know it's going to be a bumpy road, or I know it's going to be a smooth ride. Doesn't matter. We've got the wheels, we've got the off-road package, we've got the bulletproof windows. We're good to go. And in all seriousness, you need to make sure that you find somebody isn't a reactor. They're proactive. Something happens, boom, I already know what to do. I've already seen this. I already know what to do. I already know how to react. Client Mr. Mrs. whoever, seen this 1,000 times. And this is the next steps. Next steps is this, X, Y, Z, because I've seen it and I've been successful at it. And some agents, again, it goes back to putting in the work. You put in the work and the work will pay you back. But in the beginning, you might not know. And it's okay. You gotta experience it. I experienced a death for the first time during a transaction. And it was unfortunate. We were right after the option period. And he didn't have a will. So this goes back to helping me and the daughter. We worked through it together. Without getting into too much detail, we worked through it together, continue to help. I know that we're not going to have a transaction with the daughter, but it didn't matter. It didn't stop the accepted table or the accepted offer. It's people business and knowing how to navigate that emotion. I myself have had my mother pass away, so I'm always empathetic to things that happen like that. That was the first time that happened to me. And so I had to basically think back logically, what do? Do some research, have some conversations outside of real estate, talk to a bunch of different attorneys on what we can do on navigating. I have a lot of contacts that I can call and have conversations like that, but it happened. And she's looking to me on what do you need to do? And that emotional support will always be remembered. Eventually, will we sell and buy houses with her? Yeah, maybe. But for me, it doesn't matter. It's one of those situations where I don't know what to do, and I had never experienced that, so it's okay. Now I do. Now I know what to do. Now I know who to call and what response I'm going to give. But you take it, you learn it, and you move forward. Some agents don't. And if you're a client listening, and I'm here if you want to have a conversation, that's okay. I don't mind educating agents in the nicest way possible, of course. But think about it. If you're an agent, are you a reactor? Are you a leader? Remember, you are the professional. This is not some people do treat it as a side gig. That's okay. I won't judge you. For me, it's a full-time gig. Wake up broke every day. Go out and I have to find, buy, and sell business and houses and help clients through one of the biggest decisions that they're ever going to make. You have somebody that's in that mindset to truly, truly help. You'll know the difference. You'll know what it looks like. And you just have to make sure that you're one of those that gives it your entire self. Because it will reflect. Getting back to being busy and being productive and being the professional. Stories for days. Sometimes I go off tangents, but I had a buying agent. We had a conversation that there was a little bit of miscommunication. Understandable. When you have 17,000 different miscommunications, then it becomes a problem. Now we're going to have a different type of conversation. And it eventually became down to, she said, Jeremy, what would you do if you were in my shoes? And this is an agent that's been in business for a little while, not very active. But as the professional, I also represent buyers and sellers, gave her advice on how to approach it to her buyer. And sometimes you have to do that. Don't be that agent. Be the one that essentially, if you think about it like this, it's like another lawyer asking another lawyer, how would you talk to my defendant? And now make that make sense. So I will leave you on this, that there's a difference between a good agent and a quote-unquote busy agent. You have somebody that's pretty consistently doing 1 to 2 deals every single month. That's great. And he might not feel busy, or she might not feel busy. Could have an agent. We have an agent at our brokerage. He did over 40 deals last year. 40. That's 3 to 4 every single month. And one of the quarters, she did 15 or 16 in one quarter. I mean, that is a lot of different people that you need to talk to on a daily basis. That's a 4, even if it is evenly spread out, 4 every single month. 4 in a month is a lot for an agent. And she killed it. Killed it for the year. It's amazing. And very happy for her. But difference there is she was effective. She was organized, and she got through it and continued to build new business, right? That's the key, building new business and staying organized. So that being said, production is loud. Confidence is quiet. And if you think about it in that sense where you have somebody that's always posting this and that, and don't get me wrong, social media is one of a powerful thing that you should celebrate wins. But there's a difference between organized posting, organized calling, structuring your day, and making sure that you have your best intention for your client. You want to make sure that you're doing yourself a service. You are running a business as an agent, and that's how I approach it. And let me see. They just text me a question. How do realtors prevent deals from falling apart? Well, interesting question. Couple things. I would say staying ahead of your deadlines. Spoken about the 7-day option period, or it can be whatever option period you want. It doesn't have to be 7 days, but 7 days. Day 2, in your head, where are you at? Did you already get the inspection? Has it already been completed? Where's the report? This and that. These are hard deadlines. And set an expectation for your inspectors. How fast do you get the report back? What are you doing? Can I show up? And side note, I would recommend any agent go through an inspection at least once. You're going to learn a whole lot. Vet the pricing, vet the financing before the offer. Are they pre-approved? Better be. If you're showing houses, I don't mind showing 1, 2, but now let's get pre-approved. That tells me that you're serious about buying. So if you're out here showing 15, 20 homes to a potential buyer or a client that's not pre-approved, I would say I would rather step on Legos, because they should be showing you how serious they are to buy in the next 30, 60, 90 days. Last thing I would say coach your clients through emotional decisions. We're all adults. Some of us are more adult than others. It doesn't matter. I'm the professional. This is our expertise. I know I'm going to navigate this, and I know what emotions you're going to feel because I see it every single day with every single client. And it's okay. There's some people that are not emotional. Helped a law enforcement officer out the other day. Saw a house. He loved it. Very, very matter of fact. But at the very end, it was still exciting. So there's some emotion there. You're going to be excited. I hope you are. But those are just some ways that I would recommend. That's how realtors can prevent a deal from falling through. Again, it goes back to being organized. So I'll leave you on this. Busy doesn't necessarily mean effective. Because they're busy doesn't mean a whole lot. Are they effective? Are they efficient? You can be busy and efficient, and that's great. I hope everybody is busy. I hope you do fill your calendar. 0 white space. Is your agent chaotic? Because it's going to be a chaotic deal. They shouldn't be. I'm not. I try not to be. And I try not to, trauma dump on what just happened. Hang up the phone, have a good conversation, and then you hang up the phone and drink a glass of wine and try to settle down. Last thing I'll leave you on is, like I said, if you want to have a conversation with me, it can be informational. I'm here to help as a resource, expert in the field. DFW is my home, and being a Marine, I can definitely help you out with VA benefits as well, real estate benefits, and I'll actually answer my phone. So with that, thank you again for watching. Share it. Hope your feelings didn't get hurt, and I hope this was a great conversation.